guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm really excited about today. But before we continue, no, there's nothing wrong with your audio. My voice has pretty much been on the mend for weeks now, and I'm still waiting for it to come back completely. Hasn't come back yet, but I really wanted to do this video, which is going to be how I used to do my makeup. Not new, challenge has been around forever, but I wanted to give it a go because I remember what my makeup used to look like. My makeup used to be terrible, especially in high school, because I thought I knew everything. I just thought I knew what I was doing. But obviously not, because it's very terrible. So I'm gonna recreate one look that I used to think was the most amazing thing ever, and I thought I was the shit, when really it was just shit. Yeah, that's me. The one biggest difference that I could definitely say is that I've kind of learned that less is more. And by the way, I'm not wearing anything right now. And the other thing is, like, I am more aware of products and, you know, which are the better brands to buy and which ones to steer clear from. Then I also know how important it is to moisturize your face and to also use a primer before putting anything on your face. I didn't do any of that as a child or as a high school teenager. So we're going to recreate what I did back then. So the first thing that I used to do was no prep, no moisturizer, none of that. I used to just open a blot powder, and that used to be my foundation. No liquid foundation, no, nothing like that, just the blot powder. And I didn't have brushes or sponges. So what I used to do is just use the one that it used to come with. Now this one comes with two. This one is kind of a good brand, but because I don't have cheap ones anymore. So what I used to do is I used to cake it on the sponge that it came with. And you know how blot powder you're supposed to be doing this? Yeah, none of that. My blot powder used to be smeared on my face, like, oh, it feels so bad. Like, this actually feels like I'm just rubbing dead skin onto my face. And a little part of me is crying because I'm actually using a lot of product right now. God, is this how much I used to use as a child? What was wrong with me? Okay, so I think we pretty much covered all the bases. So I never used to pin my hair back or anything like that either. I used to just wipe and just go, yeah, that'll do. All right, so I used to get all there. So that's what I used to do. So now that we've covered all that, you can definitely tell that my skin is absolutely flawless now. The next thing I used to do is I used to get cheap as crap blush. This one literally has no name because, oh look, Mel's Cosmetics, never mind. It was like for $2 as well. And I used to get cheapy shit brush. Oh, bitch. I am pretty much going to make my face look like it's red. But that's cool. So you know how, like, there are different rules that apply for different face shapes? Well, I used to disregard that, and I used to just think that placing it on your whole cheek was just perfectly acceptable. Now, you guys aren't going to see too much of that because the light is coming on the side. You won't be able to see this side too much, but that's okay because I can still see what I'm doing, and I'll take a photo of the finished product anyway. But yeah, I used to think, oh yes, the more flushed you look, the better. This side you might be able to see it better as well because there's no lighting in there. Okay, this is probably like the maximum blush I would do, even just going out at night. But 16 angsty-old me didn't think that was appropriate at that age. So I used to always say, yes, just cake it on. Oh my God, you guys can't see, but like in the mirror, I literally look like I've got like sunburn on my cheek. Which is the look we're going for, right guys? Okay, so, yep, that looks pretty much the same as what I used to do it. So all over the cheek, all over. See? You guys can kind of see. Oh God, it's clown, it's a disaster. Oh, help me. Okay, the next thing we used to do is my eyeshadow. And I remember very distinctly as a child, or I should stop saying a child, I wasn't a child, I was a teenager, okay? I was about 16 years old when I started wearing makeup. So, as a teenager, I remember I had these two massive pots of eyeshadow, and they were like metallics, and I was like, oh, this is like the best thing that's ever happened to my life. So I use those all the time. They were pink and purple, by the way, but if it wasn't the pink one, I'd be using the purple one. If it wasn't the purple, I'd be using the pink. I would not go near any, I wouldn't go near any other color. It would just be those two pots that I would alternate between the two. And I didn't have well, I mean, I probably had that little applicator, you know, that little triangle foam bit that no one uses. Like, I had those, but I remember that I just thought, you know what? Like, why use one of those when you could just use a cotton bud? Yes! I thought this was life, and I don't have those pots anymore, but I do have this really old eyeshadow palette that I rarely use anymore. I really shouldn't be using this, but I don't really have that sensitive skin anyway. And I can see the colors that I have here. They've got a couple of pinks and purples, and I can see a couple of them are metallics. So I'm gonna use that. Fuck it, should we just do the both of them? Okay, we're gonna do the both of them. Fine, we'll do both. I know that sometimes I got a bit creative and I decided to use both at the same time. But do you think I would have just used this? No. I had a technique, and the technique was water, and you just douse it in there. Yeah, that's what you like to do. The wetter, the better. That's what she said. So we're going to use one of the pink. Wetting the this is just bad. Okay, so wetting the Q-tip, what I used to do is put it there on the eyeshadow until it's all clumpy. Can you see that shit? Probably not, because it probably refuses to be in focus. However, it is clumped on there, and I used to just use that all over. When I used both of the colors, I'd use the pink one as a base. And do you think I kept it to my eyelids? No, I raised it all the way to my eyebrows because I thought that was a thing. So the reason why I would use a wet cotton tip is because it got the product on there more. And fuck blending. You think we got time to blend for this shit? No. Oh no, it's clumping. Oh, this is nasty. This is really nasty. We're going to continue with this madness. I'm just like, you know, that weird girl around school carrying around like random cotton buds. Oh, like, why did you want to clean your ears? Like, they're dirty. No, still apply my eyeshadow. Okay, I think that's pretty much done for the base. You can see that they're very risen to the top. So I think we're good to move on to the next color, which is purple. Those were the very close to the colors that I had. So we're gonna try and use those because that's like the perfect metallic. And now that all of my eyes are literally covered in this pink glitter shit, I used to just apply the purple to the lid itself. I never used to bring that one up to the brow unless I was just using purple by itself. I feel like I'm just wiping slime across my eyes. This is how I feel. Why did I ever think that this is so cool? I thought I was the coolest kid. Oh my god, like, it's so subtle, can't you tell? Okay, well, I think it's pretty much done. There is absolutely no blending going on here. It is just smacked in the middle of my eyes, and it looks terrible. I can see that it looks terrible. It feels horrible, and the thing is because it's so thick and I keep blinking, there is a crease in my eye. There is a crease. There is an actual crease of eyeshadow. I don't know if you guys can really see it. We can kind of see it on there, but it's a massive crease. This is ew. Okay, moving on. So the next thing I used to use, eyeliner. I did try and experiment with liquid eyeliners, which was not a very fun time most of the time because I used to put it right on my waterline, making me cry like a bitch, and it just didn't look good. Liquid eyeliner is kind of what I tend to use these days. So I'm just going to use this cheap eyeliner that I've got here, and I used to never make any shape. I used to just run it back and forth across my waterline. So that's what we're gonna do now. Yep, so that looks about right. So that's my eyes. That is not flattering. My eyes are almost complete. Mascara. So, with my mascara, I used to, again, I didn't have a clue about what brands to use or anything like that. So what I used to do is I used to just clump it on layer after layer until I had like either clumps of lashes or each lash had like those, you know those dots when your makeup kind of goes old and clumpy? No? Just me? Okay. I'm just going to put my mascara on and I'm just going to continuously layer it until I feel as though I have the required amount. Imagine doing the 100 layers challenge with mascara. I'm sure it's been done. I haven't seen any though. So I'm going to move on to a different mascara now. And then this one comes out a bit better. Not doing it to make it look better, doing it because the other one I was using was not actually coming out a lot. So I'm just going to use this one now to kind of just make it a bit more clumpier and gross. And a lot of you might be thinking that this is fake, like, you know, as if you'd walk around school like that. Man, I had no shame back then. Okay, what we might do is we might let that dry so you can see that my eyelashes are very heavily laid on there. Alright, so we're just gonna do the lipstick now. The makeup I used to use was like a pastel pink. I don't have any more pastel pinks. I have this pink, but what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this on first as a base, but I'm going to actually go over it with eyeshadow, with pink eyeshadow, because I want to really achieve the look that I had, because mine was very extremely matte, like expired old ass shit matte. Okay, so clump that on. Plumped up lipstick. My favorite. Tasty. This is the perfect pink. Well, this one actually might be a little bit too dark. Fuck it. We'll just do it anyway. Okay, so this is so gross. This is wrong. How embarrassing I used to wear this shade. I love that dusty feel. That's pretty much it. Now that we've given my eyelashes some time to dry, I'm gonna go over it one more time with another coat. Because that's what I used to do. I used to put it on, wait till it dried, and then I used to go back and just touch it up. Right, I think we've done it. This is what we look like. This is pretty close as to what I can remember I used to do, especially the eyeshadow. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna take a quick picture and I am going to put it right here. Yep. Gross. So now you guys know how I used to wear my makeup. Be nice. I never used to pay attention to my eyebrows, and yeah, everything's changed now, I promise. But yeah, if you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more of this sort of stuff, then let me know. I might show you how I do my makeup nowadays compared to what I just showed you. But yeah, if you really like it, then please give it a like and subscribe to my channel and share to everyone. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Bye.